Hi everyone, welcome to K News 24/7. This is a channel for football, not football only, but when it comes to football, I give the best of the best. So here we are going to talk about football, football as a whole, because I have a guest today. But I'm not live with him. We'll be on chat via call, but our conversation will be heard on this video. So if you are a sport lover and somebody who is passionate, somebody who is a fan of football, just stay tuned into this live stream from the beginning to the end, because I think you are going to share some valuable points on to this video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching in advance. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if this content is more valuable to you, you can still click the notification bell after subscribing, so that next time when we do the same thing, you will have updated about it, so that you can be able to join the live stream and conversate with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me call this caller.
Hello?
Hello.
Yebo.
Yebo, live on K News 24/7.
Okay.
Eh,
Ninjani News
Awu,
24/7.
siyaphila kakhulu. Remember, before we had a chat about football. Actually, we're talking about Kaizer Chiefs, but we went deep until nje sikhuluma nga every club in the PSL. So I saw the passion. I saw what you can offer, like your information is more valuable. So ngabona ukuthi no, many people need to hear your story, need to hear your points and your opinions. So ngadecide ukuthi no, let me host a live stream. Ngibe nawe nje sibe yithi nje kuphela, sharing the message. What can you say about South African football in general?
What I can say in South African football, one, ukuthi Tina, we choose the carbon dioxide than the oxygen.
Hey, that's too deep.
Why ngisho njalo? South Africa has got the best talent you can ever get in the world. But unfortunately, the system esiyisebenzisayo ibulala ibhola lethu. That's one. Ithi ngithi ngiyithathe ngiyibuyelise emva ngiqale ngokukhuluma nge-national team. If you remember, we had the national team beyishawa e-Africa bayibize i-4x4. But when that team came back, yabo Linda Buthelezi, yabo 16V Mtunga Kambulazo, yabo Eric Tingler, yabo Lucas Hadebe, Bonel Tovi, Bo McFish, I can name them. Uyo abona into enjalo. Bo Shoes, may his soul rest in peace. Bewubona ibhola elingaya kude, and that team competed, but unfortunately because we politicize football, then it happened when we go to France, politics jumps in. Mawukhumbula then Dizani Bafana our best coach, Clive Barker. People can talk, but nobody can replace that old man unless if we decide we will support the best coach. Then uma ubuka lesa squad sabo Dr. Khumalo ngo-96, we should have gone far from that stage. Ubuke ama-club uma siza ku-club level, I can assure you, uma ngiphuma kubo-doctor, khumbula boThabo Mooki, kuthiwa Thabo Thiba Thabang, kubo-Joey Mabhena, boTshepo Mlatedi, coming from the development, ubuke kubhakaniya, ngikhumbula kugijima abafana bongubo, bakutshela ukuthi kugijima abafana abancane, kugijima bo Benedict Vilakazi, kugijima bo the late Gift Leremi, kugijima boDukuduku Makhanya. Bebazokutshela ukuthi you don't play the ghost during the night. Everybody in our country, whether you were Buccaneer or not, because of the love of football, umuntu bekazokutshela ukuthi I can pay R100 to go and watch iPirates. Bababiza amaKorea Japan. Bagijima labafana. Uyabona. Then we move out from that trend of developing a player. We then get into the shopping complex. You just buy a player because you don't want that player to go to another team, and that player will sit on the bench, and we even forget about the player.
So you are quoting Mamelodi Sundowns now. That's what you're saying, because remember they previously bought Kemit Rasmus to put him in the bench, and now they are still proceeding buying and more players. But let me
tell you something painful.
Okay.
There was this young boy playing for Bloemfontein Celtic called Ngobeni. A young boy playing a left back. And when it was said that Kaizer Chiefs is looking for the boy, Sundowns signed the boy. The boy was a national team player, an asset. After Sundowns bought him and not used him, he was dropped. And the Chiefs talked about Terence Mashigo, the same person who replaced Ngobeni at the national team. They dropped everything. They go for Ngobeni, Terence Mashigo, I'm sorry. Going for Terence Mashigo, people were saying Lakay is the best left back, and he was taken to he was offered to no. Ngobeni went to SuperSport, and then Lakay went back to Cape Town, and unwillingly, more than that. Then you ask yourself, what are we building? When you remember the national team that I've mentioned for you, remember the Sundowns, remember Orlando Pirates, Midnight Express, Helman Mukhelele. Remember Kaizer Chiefs of that time. We were talking about teams that were competing. But because today I remember the under-23, if you remember the sensational Siponunens, Ace Gulwa, Abraham Nteu, those were the young players of South Africa with Benny McCarthy, Siyabonga Nomvete, all those young players who were playing. We were seeing the future of South Africa without politics. But here now comes the problem with the agents. I'm not 100% sure if the South African agents are molding our talent to the best, or they are destroying our talent to the grave. Because an agent cannot just want to take a player that is coming up very good and talented, then you say that player must go to Sundowns, whereas the position that you're taking that player for He's got 3 players that are also the best. I don't have a problem about players competing, but my problem is, when are they competing to be seen by the world? Why should the South African talent only think that they've reached the destiny when they went to Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, and to warm benches? You understand that thing. We want players that will be known in Africa. We want players that will compete in the world. We want players that will develop. Up to today, no player is matching Lucas. And when I talk about Lucas, it's a milestone. Let me talk about Steven Pinar. Let me talk about Aaron Mokoena. Let me talk about the same coach, Benny McCarthy. Who will measure that? The commitment in football, the love of football. We are missing that. And I'm saying, until South Africa wake up, we are putting our talent in a grave, and that is very shameful and painful. I want to remind you something.
Okay.
We used to play Brazil. I was shocked when I listened to players from Brazil talking about watching the old football of South Africa. If you remember Ace Munini, Teenage Lala, Shaka Ngobo, you listen all those players, and Dikarachisk, the player that was playing for Orlando Pirates, when he plays, even if I was not a Pirates player, but a supporter, but I'll tell you, Jesus is coming home. Those players were playing football that no country is now playing that football. Ace Ntwelengo, Computer General Lamula, Shakes Mashaba, Chencha Guluva Kaizer Mdaung, Jomo Sono. We used to say it's a troublemaker. Who is a troublemaker now? Let's go back to Abu Chabupule. We destroyed them. I remember one boy, guys, my heart, it's very, very, I don't know whether I'll say painful or dead about this boy, Patrick Ace Mbutu. That's why I'm saying, as South Africans, if we don't wake up and think twice about what we want in sport, in football, then let's forget. I mean, rugby is growing. Cricket is growing. Soccer, the best loved sport in the whole world. We are putting that in a grave. What do we say? As South Africans, I don't have a problem when people are making noise that Sundowns has got best players. Why these players? Simple question. Let me ask you. Was Mokoena not the best player when he was at SuperSport?
Of course he was. That's why they bought him. Because, Sundowns, they only buy the best.
To put them on the bench.
It's because of the competition. And even these players, I don't understand what's wrong with these players. Maybe they are running after money. Maybe they promise them big bucks. Because you can't go to a club where you will compete with 3 best players. There are less opportunities for you to shine there. But they're still going there. Maybe they are going there for money. I don't know. Look at Kaizer.
Which money? It's signing on fee money. Because you need not to look today. Look to the future. If somebody tells you about a big signing on fee, do you remember Vilakazi? Villa at Wits University. Kaizer Chiefs wanted the boy and they said he's not for sale. No, they want 10 million. 1, 2, 3 on Friday, we were told no negotiations, negotiate 1, 2, 3 on Friday. No, it's not for sale. Come Sunday, you open a newspaper, Villa is at Sundowns. And where is him today? You understand? And I also want to urge our supporters. You know, we need to love football. I watch the MDC. I used to say, there is a boy at Orlando Pirates, I forgot his name. He's wearing number 8, and there is another one wearing number 12. You know, according to me, when I look at those young boys, they should have been playing at Orlando Pirates first team. Why do we have a development and don't use those youngsters? At Chiefs, remember Tivedi. He was doing well at Swallows. Chopani, he was doing well. Sefama, where is him? I mean, we are killing our development. Mailula, the young boy at Sundowns, Mailula. Sundowns having bought all those players, now they are telling you about Mailula from the development, and the boy is excellent, marvelous, accurate. What more do we want, guys? I mean, Kaizer Chiefs is paying these players, but are the players coming to the party? Then I ask myself, a team like Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Sundowns, what I've known them for, no foreign player will come to these teams for sweet. You heard somebody saying, no, he's still adjusting. When they buy a foreign player, when he came, he must just perform. Nothing else, nothing more. They must just perform. We can talk about 80 and Tsunda. You will remember those guys. Sam, the best midfielder. You can remember them. Roger. You can remember all these players. Then talk about Skaratintwa, Bulldozer. You remember those guys. Chaklas Shongwe. You remember those guys. But you come today, you come with Caleb and say you have bought a striker. How many times or how do you measure Caleb and Mbezuma? Because I can't talk about Musona. I want to go a little back, a box man, a target man, Mbezuma. How do you measure these two? Are they near? Is there any percentage to measure them? No. So that's why I'm saying we as South African must decide. And I can assure you, the media house, I wish our media house can collect a good purpose of the media to build our country. We don't have a player that can match General Teko Modise. Who is that?
Even Teko, somebody who will come with something unique. Look at Teko Modise, what he did with the tattoos, yes, with the hairstyle. He came with something unique, not including the football. Because I think, let's say, what I can say now, the Europeans are killing our football as South Africans, because now we no longer have our own style that we can own in the world. We no longer have that, because they are trying to kill Ikasi football. We are skillful. Our football is beautiful. It's something beautiful to watch. But now they keep on cancelling those skills day by day, so that we can have we cannot have something to own at the end of the day. What can you say about that? Because I think we are forced to play European football, to play that international football that is not even into our genes. We are forced to do that. So what can you say about that? Because I love Kasi football, but they are cancelling it now.
No, it starts with us. Before we can talk about those guys, you can only contest or debate on something that it's flowing. You understand? Now we killed ourselves. Remember, may his soul rest in peace. Do you remember Black Jesus, Skarangobes?
Skaragobes. Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Do you remember?
I know the history.
You know Mike Mayambela. I mean, I'm talking about the jail of football. And when you see that regularly, it challenges the world because football is about entertainment. Even though it also needs that extra knowledge, you must definitely know. We had guys like Roger Futumba, we've got Sheikh Kungwani, people who were doing what Innocent Mungwango, the best midfielder you have ever met. The same Pito Msimani, when he was playing, they call him Jingles. It was because of what he was doing in the field of football. But then we killed that. Why? Because we don't believe in ourselves. And we politicize the situation. I don't want Cameron I don't want Cameron to prosper. Football today in South Africa, it's said to be a mess. If you listen to today they call it Motsepe Champions League. Those guys there, the referees are killing football. You go to ABC Motsepe, the referees are killing football. Why don't South Africa stood up? Let's do what we know. Brazil, they were talking about watching South African football, and they are doing the step up. That's our style. I remember, was it Samuel Eto'o? He once said he used to watch Dr. Kumalo. He even wished to play next to Dr. Kumalo. Why? Because of our style of football. So now we have changed the style of football to be the physical. It's only rugby that played physical. Football in our country, it's a tactical thing. You use tactics. Ace Ntwelengo used to go with the football and walk. In the field, during the game, he will run past the ball, and then he drops the ball, he walk. Tussling the ball, walking. When you come, he give to teenage Lada, he run. Why can't we do the same? Talk about Fudua Mkwatedi, Peter Magwegwe. Those were the excellent footballers. Hill Extension Mokari, Mr. Executive, the principal Chipa Chauk. I'm talking about our football, whereby defenders used to fly and take the ball before it reaches the net out of the goals. And those I'm talking about defenders. Why don't we take those things? Remember Maradona. What was Maradona doing? Because people enjoyed that. But if we politicize this, countries that hasn't got football, they will fight you to come to their standard. But if we play our football, sponsors will come because they entertain sponsors. But today, you want to run. You want to run, you tell me transition. What is transition? A coward game. You caught them off guard. You all run back, stay back. The only team that has done that and has never matched Chiefs Pirates during those time. Ace Mnini, I remember. I wouldn't forget when Steve Liquilia was introduced at Swallows. He was called Mutsiri, and Tovi went down on his knees because of the dribbling strategy of the young boy. When you remember Andres Chaka Chaka Mpondo, the man who does things in the middle. If you remember players of Potsotso Makanya, Ernest in the midfield. I mean, I'm not only talking about Kaizer Chiefs. I'm talking about football. And we used to love that. We used to enjoy that. You cannot sit at home and say, I will watch football on TV. You know, today, before I can go to the stadium, I'll sit and say, where can I go and watch? Because after the game, I'll start to think, ish, but I've used 150. And with this 150, I should have bought something for my kids. But during those times, I'm telling you something. I can travel with Chiefs from Cape to Cairo. You look at our supporters today. If you can ask many Pirate supporters, they don't remember Nyawana from Fosloras. He was a friend to us, but he was a Pirate supporter because we wanted to build the knowledge of togetherness in football. Because we understand that was an entertainment. We enjoy leaving home, going to Moses Mabhida, knowing that Chiefs is going to play on Sunday. We were always there, knowing that we are going to enjoy. Whether the team is beaten, it's not about win. It's about football itself. Win, it's a bonus. But today, you go and watch a supporter, a team, it's outclassed in the field, and when the TV comes to him, the team is beaten 3-0, but when the TV come to him or her, that person will be saying, Siabuya, showing, no. I remember when you talk about the Derby game, you know what was happening?
No.
You were going to think that there is a choir conductor. Supporters got an eye. You know, when the ball, it's with Helman Mkelele running, Orlando Pirates supporters will be singing, making that noise to give him courage. When the ball is about to be received by Kaizer Chiefs defender or player, Pirates same time will keep quiet. Kaizer Chiefs supporters will rise. You know, you enjoy that derby moment. I remember one game playing Orlando Pirates. It's even two. Playing Orlando Pirates, it was it Coca-Cola, if I remember well. And there was this young boy coming from Springs called Johannes Padima. And a shuffle, David going up Nyati, was at Orlando Pirates. And the ball was released. Pirates was leading Chiefs 2-0. I remember it was 2-0 from Ren Stadium. Then when we go to FNB, it was 2-leg. Then when we went to FNB, Johannes Padima got the ball. You know, the ball came from the goalkeeper. Johannes Padima ran as if he's going to trap the ball, and he just leave the ball and run around David Nyati. When David Nyati tries to trap the ball slide away, and it go and give us a goal. At Orlando Pirates, there was a guy called Ronnie Zondi playing midfield, sometimes playing as a center back. He will kick the ball, and you listen to the Buccaneers saying, Zonda, Bam Zondayo. And
Hey.
during that time, what will your heart say when he kicks the ball away and you listen to those supporters all shouting Zonda Bamzondayo? And on the Chiefs side it's quiet. But when Johannes Padima went and scored, what happened? The stadium was making noise. Sapo, sapo, sapo. If you remember, there was a story that was playing on TV. What did they call it? Malonya. Then there was this lady who was using a sort of a bomb. So we were calling Johannes Padima as that boy. And Albert Balwa came and scored the second goal. And Shane Pula Maketane McGregor scored the third goal and Chiefs won. That was the nicest part of the game. And one other game we were playing at FNB, Chiefs was leading Orlando Pirates. At the last 5 minutes, Orlando Pirates supporters were going out. Our goalkeeper was Brian Baloyi. And Jerry's Kosana came with the ball. And he scored while the stadium was going empty. I can assure you, after that game, within a minute, all those Pirate supporters were out, were full back in the stadium. We used to say you don't beat Kaizer Chiefs until the last whistle blow. That was the Chiefs that we know. You don't beat Kaizer Chiefs until the last whistle blow. But the Chiefs of today, with this European style of football, if they lead you 1-0, we know you can come back and pass. But during those times, when Kaizer Chiefs lead you 1-0, you will see football. Go and ask people who knows Dr. Kumalo living Juribantwana at the corner of FNB. And when he go, there was a guy called Opa 21 Jump Street Mabuza. William Okpara was in the post. Dr. Kumalo just killed the ball. Opa Mabuza tried to clear it and it goes into the net. That was the last day Juribantwana Opa Mabuza enjoyed to play football at Orlando Pirates. So that's why I'm saying we can talk football, but the problem is, are we carrying it forward or are we dropping it backwards? 1, administration. 2, let's support football. 3, let's have referees that's got passion, who thinks about, just ask yourself, if the Pirates going to play, I can take Pirates to Polokwane. That will be a full house. And the referee decide to rob Pirates. What do you think? What do you think is happening in the heart of different people coming from all over South Africa? Full house, and you decide to kill the spirit of those people. That's why I'm saying to you, if I go to the stadium, I'll come back saying, these referees, I should have taken my money and do something at home. During those times, even if our houses needed us, we couldn't see the importance of which today sometimes we might have, if things were going the same, we would have developed to say, no, I need to make my special budget for football. But you can't. because football is always changing, moving away from our culture. Our culture is chibobo. Hey, bona, chibobo. Do that. A player cannot just fall in the 18 area and you expect that the referee will put a penalty. But during the time of players like Bojo Mosono, we know they are hard and talented in football. So when he goes down, whether he's buying a referee, you will think, no, he must have kicked him. That player doesn't just fall. But today, any player goes to the ground and raise hands and say, referee, do you see me? Why? Because we have killed our players doesn't know how to shoot out of 18. Only few of them. Few of them can do that. Guys, I mean, South Africa must come back. We need a flair football of South Africa. And once we got it and use it in our league, then we can contest to say, guys, the football that you are talking about, what is it? Is it an entertainment? If we go and pack the bus and catch them on counter, is it football? It's what people want to see. When you are beaten, you started to count, this game was boring. What will bring you back to the stadium tomorrow? We need that style of saying, even if I'm beaten, but I always console myself by saying, but these boys played. I mean, look at what happened when you were watching the game between Orlando Pirates and Chiefs. And you look the game between Orlando Pirates and Sundowns. Which one would you have chosen as the final?
Yeah, Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. That was the final.
Yes.
That was the final.
And why did it change when it goes to the final? Because we expected Pirates to bring a game. But you come with Evanga. Guys, let's be fair. Evanga and Mahopa and Lepasa. Who is the best?
Yeah.
So I'm worried. We remember players like Mandla Sitole, Metro Blitz, the policeman. We remember players like Lawrence Kilamake. Those were the players that that when that guy got the ball as a striker, you like it or not, the goalkeeper can even give you a punch because he knows what he's going to get. But today, I mean, you look at Chiefs, they bought Dupreez. At Stellenbosch, Dupreez was playing as a target man and he was beating tall people. He was beating tough defenders, scoring. Then you come and change him to be a winger. What do you expect from that player? Do you expect him to do the same? We at Chiefs, we had two central defenders who played at Kosafa. They never considered. When they come to Chiefs, you change them to play as at a defensive midfield and left back. Then when you see that they are not doing well, then you want them to go away. Why players from Chiefs and Pirates are going? Whereas we've got a bunch of players at Sundowns that are not playing, they are on the bench. Nobody says anything about them. Where is George Levis today? He was doing well at Chiefs and he went to Sundowns. Where is George Maluleka? He was doing well at Chiefs. He went to Sundowns. Where is him today? If our players can remember one thing, there was one player, I can assure you, I'm proud of that player. Jimmy Tau. He played for Orlando Pirates. He was a captain, and when he left Orlando Pirates, he went to Chiefs, play for Kaizer Chiefs. He captained Kaizer Chiefs. And when Chiefs had a problem with him, with their own political environment of a family, he decided that no, let me drop everything and pursue the career, the mind career, because he's educated. Then he continued. I remember Platinum Stars wanted him, Sundowns wanted him, was it Vets, if I'm not wrong, and Polokwane City. They were looking for him. And you know what he said? If I've played for a team like Orlando Pirates, captain Orlando Pirates, I came to Chiefs, play for Chiefs, captain Chiefs, which other team can give me the stage that I'm in now? I rather retire from football, because he has reached something that he wanted, which simply means should he has gone abroad with that kind of a platform, then what was going to happen, if he goes abroad, he would have achieved big. So players must start to think of what they want. Players must start to think of what is happening around them. They must not always think small. They need to know that they are valued. They are very important. They are an asset, not just an asset. They are important asset of the country. Players must think of playing for the national team. I remember as Busiso Zuma saying, during our time, just getting a call-up, it was a blessing. And if you find yourself in the national team fighting to be in the first lineup, if they call you to be, you are a reserve, to be a reserve, it was a plus. When they take you in the field, you start the game. What would happen to those players? They will grab that opportunity with two hands. But the players of today, come on, guys. Up to today, let me ask you, which player can you tell me about that it's challenging Tembazwane?
Hey, they can't even challenge Andy Lejali. Because Andy Lejali is the best midfielder for now. How he plays like there's nobody like who is challenging him. He plays as if there are no opponents. There are no opponents at all when Andy Lejali is playing. He's relaxed. Look at Tembazwane, how he does.
Yeah.
He's relaxed. That's what I love about this young boy from Kaizer Chiefs. It was unexpected of him. Samgelo Zwane and Duduzi Shabalala, how they played in the Black Label Cup. They excelled. That's the football we need. That's South African football.
I was looking at Zwane's pass. Come on. A pass that tells you, I'm here. I'm here to master what the position that I'm playing. And he just needs that time. So what we need from those kind of things, we ask coaches, coaches to understand that our football needs a talent, needs to be given a right opportunity to the young ones. you see. And then I will say to you, after the coaches, let me talk with the supporters. Let's stop to be fans. A fan, people need to know the category. A fan, a fan is somebody who just want to see the team winning, no matter what. You see? And when we come to a supporter is somebody who must know that when I go to the stadium, those players there needs me to encourage them to win. They will think of you when you sing. Today, we don't sing at the stadium. We tend to be coaches. During my time when I go to the stadium, I couldn't see myself talking while Chiefs is playing. My task was to sing, knowing our players, singing Fani Matita, Shaya Magoli, Shaya Magoli. We were enjoying that. You will sing all these songs until when you come home, you don't even have another voice. You must spare to have a voice tomorrow. Otherwise, you can't even talk, because the passion and love of that football. It's a supporter. When you go to the stadium as a supporter, you must love and understand football. Your team can play best football. No team will go to the stadium and say, we are just going to the stadium. But the Orlando Pirates team that played Sundowns in the final, no, those ones were just entering the field to make sure that Sundowns shines. That's what I've seen. But when it comes to football, no team went to the stadium to be beaten. No supporter can pay for a transport going to the stadium to watch his or her team being beaten. But we know the motto of the game. It depends whether it's a league or it's a cup game. It's win and lose if it's a cup game. If it's a game, a league game, we know there are 3 options: win, lose, draw. So you must know that it's there. You can't change that. You understand? But when we come to a member must be somebody who is there for the team, whether the team is losing, whether it's winning. It's somebody who will think of each and every cent that is going out of the team's pocket, cannot do things that will cause the team unworthily. It's somebody who will go out and search for players, take them to the team. Is somebody who will say when the team is losing, you applaud the effort of your players. You become in the field even though you are at the grandstand. When you go out in the tunnel, you don't insult your players. You don't boo your players, because they need you more when things are not going well. But when they are winning, it's a bonus to you. They are paying you back. So that's why I was showing these 3 categories in football, that you need to upgrade from fan to supporter, from supporter to a member. That's what we need to learn. Once we got that platform, then I will say our administrators in football needs to understand that we love our players and they must give us time to enjoy with the players, to communicate with the players, to love our players. But if you always have those securities, but I don't blame at the same time, because if a player come from the tunnel and I'm there, and you check, you find that okay, the team has lost, and when the player is coming, I throw hands on that player. What does that mean? You understand?
I
So,
understand.
so cost us. You don't insult your player, and we must stop talking about players. I can assure you, if you can ask Bobby Mutau, Temba Mshishizwani, I took him to Chiefs, and he always say to me, "Hotla loka ngwana mme." And Sundowns came and grabbed him. Now he's doing well. When they tell me Chiefs want to buy Temba Zwane, I was like, Joe, you leave an asset that you were supposed to have without costing you, then you want him today. Ask yourself, what are you doing with that? Even now, I've got a boy and I'm going to take him somewhere because I went to Chiefs. I took him to Chiefs while he was fifth. No, 13. I went to him to Naturena, and they were still looking for a coach of under 15. He fills the form, and the what you call, and they said they will call him until today. So sometimes when we take players to the teams, they don't care because we are not those well-known agents. So that's why I'm saying to you, I think our administrators also have to know if it was not going to be a havoc. I will definitely go to SAFA, and I invite you, Cameron, to say, let's go and sit down with them. And you became my manager. I talked to them about developing football and support us in our country.
Okay,
That's
sir.
what I do.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Ish, yeah, was a great conversation. It was a great one. So, yeah, it's been too long, close to an hour. So, Ish, I'm sorry. I know you have a lot. You still have a lot to say, but Ish, Melis Valley, Melis Valley, Melis Valley. So, yeah, I will give you a call again and then we'll proceed with this conversation. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also for everybody who have participated in this live stream. Thank you so much. This is a football genius, guys. Football genius. Somebody who know football in and out. He was talking about players that I don't even know. I just know the history. I just know the history, but I've heard it today. I've heard it today how they played. But it's South African football. They change it. If you can go back to how we used to play football, I think we can enjoy our own football because we don't have to play their international football, their European tiki-taka. We have our own football and we're good on it. Look at Brazil. They are playing the same football as us and they are not changing it. But us, we want to change it to do something that we don't even know. So I think that is the problem in this country. I think we must bring back that cream de la cream. Skibeli bola, kube
Yes,
namatsamaya man, kube namatsamaya. We have those styles. Amashiboba wasashaywa manje. I don't know what's going on.
sikhumbula boZain Musa.
Ish.
agibela ayehla agibela aliyehla agijima uZain Musa. Kunomuntu bathi ujezi lakudura, Jezi Queen. uHarris Shewa ayenzani lapha esisweni?
Ish.
Kunomuntu bekadlala lapha ku-Sundowns bathi uChelsea Gondwe. That's why I'm saying you were not going to buy a foreign player ordinarily like that. You buy an asset that will come and add the value at the team. That's why ngikutshela ngithi mina I heard bo Samuel Eto'o, I heard bo Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was playing the same football that was played in South Africa. And I believed uma bathi babukela ama-footage wethu yakudala. Kunomuntu nangu kwakuthiwa uZinedine Zidane. Emadoda, bantu bake bambona manje. Nale ndoda ekuthiwa uKalushi Bhalwa. Hey, ungathola ama-footage yalo muntu. Then you can take them, you ask FIFA ukuthi what is this? Was this not cream of football? That's why if we play our football, then we go siyothola ama-footage yabo Badistuta, abantu bakudala, bo Roger Miller. Siye siyothola ama-footage yabo Maradona. Hey maningi ama-player engawakhuluma man. Bo Rashidi Yekini, bo JJ Okocha, besibukela ibhola. Hayi what we see today. I-PSG yenzani manje? Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have a problem with the German football. Uyabona i-German football ngithanda uma sesiyoscore. They can shoot, they can share. That's what I want. But bona, that flair of football, we want it. And besinayo lento yokuthi kunema competition ye flair of football in the game, flair moment. Should we bring all those things in our game? Then we ask FIFA, what do you know about this? Why do you want to kill this? Uyabona umukhipha umuntu ofana nabo Skarangobeza. Umkhipha yenza le into zakhe. Ubese uyathatha ukhipha umshishi Thembazwane. Ubese uyazithatha uveza nama-supporter ukuthi what is the emotion when those things happen? Why bangabulali lento yokuthi umuntu uphula umuntu? Lento eyenziwe uqoke. I don't condone that. Mina ngiyifunda. uMakhehleni Makhawula today ulapha kuAmazulu. City is a good midfielder. Waphula umlangwane. Uyangizwisisa? Waphula umlangwane aku-Chiefs and he never get even a yellow card. Ngikhumbula kuke kwaba nomthetho la eSouth Africa. Uma ngike ngakunyathela ngakulimaza intentionally, the league was suspending me. So I'm a player when knowing good, yes, we know it's men's game, but not breaking people who it's a men's game. Ayikho leyo nto. Umoshela umuntu italent. So that's why ngithi kufuneka siyilungise lento and ingeke ilungiswe ama-administrators kuphela. Kufuneka kube khona ama-supporters azwisisa i-football abangeke bamani bathuke ama-player wabo. When you say you love Orlando Pirates, you love Sundowns, you love whatever, yazi ngizengizwise yilabantu be-Celtic ubuhlungu. Laba bantu since uMamkhize athenge leya club, I don't understand ukuthi ngoba unemali why angayithenganga wayiyeke eBloemfontein. Okanye ama-home game yabo bawadlale phi eBloemfontein. Why? Because akusana professional team lapha. Ukhethe ukuya eThekwini la ayobangisana nabo Arrows, uyobangisana nabo Maritzburg, maningi lama team aseThekwini.
AmaZulu yonke lenyakanyaka le.
So le akuna bhola. Why angayanga lapha? Uzagcina athenga bo Mama Joy. We understand even if bantu bamublame ukuthi yes we support this team, but at the end of the day ufanele uqosha ikate eziko. She went there because she wanted to gain something. And uMambadala, you can't blame her. But I can ask you ukuthi i-Orlando Pirates or i-Kaizer Chiefs ingathi bhadali support. How many supporters will they pay? how much will they pay those supporters?
Mm.
And enye into engifuna siyiqaphele kakhulu, uyabona le ndaba beyikhulunywa ngoBlom, ungababuza ukuthi what is the contract of a player from the development to the first team. Kumanje sikhuluma ukuthi iclub ifanekele ipromote abafana, ibanikeze isikhathi to gel in. So thina we are talking about ilo uBlom, sengathi uBlom it's every day ever shining. Uma sishawa ngamazulu or uma sidrawa not namazulu siluza ye-MT8 final, he was walking in the field ngoba bekakhathele. Uyayibona?
Yeah.
So we need to build labafana ngendlela right. Ilento uJunior Khanya isho, uma umfana saphakama sesithi abamniki imali eningi. uSipho Nunens wayisho lento wathi uma sifika kubo Sundowns we earn boma 30,000. Angithi ngaleso sikhathi 30,000 bekuyimali eningi, and yabayenza ukuthi baswele abantu abazoba guide, of which thina abantu base-South Africa siyenza leyo nto. Ngisakhala nge-Chiefs ukuthi you don't just release players. Le ntwana uHappy Mashiyana uma ngabe inamaphutha abayithathe bayibeke phansi, iseyincane leya intwana, izokwazi ukwakheka. But uma bathi akahambe aye kwenye i-team engeke ikwazi ukumakha, kuyenzeka lento ebuhlungu eyenzeke ngoPatrick Mbuthu. Asiyithandi leya nto. A boy who's got the talent acedele lahlala nabo nyawupesi estradini from Kaizer Chiefs. It's not good. From Orlando Pirates. No, it's not good. Right. So that's why ngithi mina singabathandi bebhola with our administrators, silethe ibhola enhle eMzansi Africa. We want a national team that can compete. Namanje ask yourself, usuka la uyochasha uHugo Bruce, uma uchasha uHugo Bruce, uNopitso coach at the highest level eAfrica. System.
Yeah.
Ama-politics asuse uClive Barker from the onset. Sine-national team. Ngikhumbula bebanokumbuza ukuthi why ukhetha ukuyuza uLinda Buthelezi mari Sundowns imbeke ebhenchini. Athi they don't know him. I know he's a Mercedes Benz. He take time. But once he clinch his time, you'll like him. ISundowns igcine seyidla ngaye. Ne-Chiefs yaze yayomthatha yaphila ngaye. Now we've got a coach that ungambuza uHugo Bruce ukuthi why bewudropa uNgobeni, because when you select him first, bewumbona ukuthi he's an asset. It's not all about a team. It's about the nation. Bo David Nyathi, bo Dr. Khumalo, abafakwanga i-national coach kuyilo. Wayenzwa isquad ebesicoachwa uShakes Mashaba, kudlala bo Dr. Khumalo nabo Waya Chirwadi. From there kwaba laba thatha bo David Nyathi, bo Sizwe Mtaung, bo Dr. Khumalo babafaka ku national team, and they end up becoming heroes. So I don't know ukuthi why ama national coach wethu banabo bomkhelele lapha, but at the same time they always look at the player that is performing. Ngamanye amagama sizochoose ama-player nge-performance of the day. So uma ngabe une-talent Cameron, why should I wait for somebody to tell me kanti mina ngiyayibona i-talent eyiku? So that's the only way we can build our national team. I-national team yiyo beyifanekele ibe nama-player amaningi. kube ne-competition lapha.
Because another thing engibona ngathi is the major problem. These coaches, they prefer foreigners, and they forget that these foreigners, they cannot stand up for our national team. Look at lapha ku Kaizer Chiefs into bayenzayo. Ku Kaizer Chiefs beba prefer a goalkeeper oyi foreigner while Tumele Nkhune was there. Now they prefer Ed Milson Dove while Umato is there. We understand. So it's a problem. We'll find out ukuthi i-national team, i-squad se-national team singathola ukuthi kuneplay lodwa kuphela le-Kaizer Chiefs. Ekuyinto bengayenzeki in the history of our South African football.
True.
Because
lento ngikhulumayo, I told people ukuthi I remember uMatho uma i-Chiefs leadwa 1-0 uzakhohlwe ukuthi uyi-defender umthole sagijima phambili. An intelligent coach iyamchintsha lo muntu ayidlale that position ngoba uyayifuna, hayi le yakangqobo umchintsha from a central defender umenze i-defensive 6. Umkhiphile kule platform bekakuyo because akasengakaclinchi ukuba ekhaya kule position wawumthengela yona. Kwamanje bathi Austin Dube ufanele ahambe. Why afanele ahambe? Banama defender mangaka. Umubuku uFrosler, let's be open. uFrosler, can you tell me ukuthi uFrosler definitely uma sekushisa angalunga as i-right back?
As a right back. Because angeke. Because a right back
is
ukhumbule phela because masidlala ngama side we need players abane pace, even though ba ama defender, but sidinga abantu abane speed, people who are quick in the ball. Beka uDilon Solomon, so ukuthi uFrosler is a favorite ka Arthur Zwane, but according to mina uFrosler bekayohlala ebenchini ayikho indaba yakhe.
Bona le position inabo, that's why ngithi mina ongezana uma aqala kudlala ku Kaizer Chiefs akaqala ngezi number 2.
Uyayibona?
Ublom uma aqala from the development, was he not the right back?
He was.
Asinankinga bamuyisa phambili. The same uSolomon, angithi before he was a winger, he was the right wing.
Yebo.
Bamdevelopile to also defend. uMashiani was a left winger. Yena uArthur wamdevelopa to be a what we call to be a left back, and he's doing well. Maruma.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. So njengoba ngisho,
that's why we need to develop.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we will talk amalanga yazoba khona singabavali abanye abafowethu bagcine sebasitshela ukuthi thina sibavalela ngaphandle. We will have sometimes to schedule ipanel bengicabangile ngithi ngizokhuluma nawe ukuthi sometimes kufuneka sibe nesikhathi uma sikhuluma siba invite abanye bangene kube just a talk show yethu.
Okay, because into engifuna ukuyenza, that's why I've created a WhatsApp group. I-WhatsApp group ngicreatele lokho ukuthi at least mangenza i-group call, so ukuthi into eshodayo manje ukuthi nje ngibona ukuthi ngaza nayiphi idea yokuthi i-conversation yethu khona ukuba ne-order, so that noma sikhuluma sibaningi at the same time but kube ne-order, sikhona ukuzwana, sikhona ukudedelana. So I will manage that, ngizoyicreate into efana naleyo.
Even our kule WhatsApp group yethu, I've checked ukuthi, that's why sometimes I don't comment anymore, because every day we are complaining. Sometimes we need to bring ideas and say siyaqela. Like I used to say, I wish you Arthur angaphuma kubu bozy mind azikhumbule ngaye ukuthi wasuka kuCosmos afisa ukuya kuChiefs bamalela bamisa kuPirates iPirates yamsebenzisa isikhashana yaphinda yamhambisa bamlona uma baceda ukumlona labe bamlone khona wadlala wagcina bekuyi Black Leopard if I still remember. So kufuneka bakwazi ukuyicabanga leyo nto ukuthi wahamba yiphi ijeni azibuze ngenye player ukuthi yona ifila kanjani uma sekafuna ukuyidestroya ubani ozeyinikeza leyo chance uyabona into enjalo. So that's why ngithi we need to talk sometimes mhlambe ngenhlanhla we can start today but tomorrow we might end up uthola ukuthi siba ne-opportunity yoku-invite a coach sixoxisane naye but ke uma siyothi uyothola ukuthi si-invite i-coach and then abantu bamthuke uyabona ukuthi akusi-right.
Yeah, kona lokho it will be something else.
Asifanelanga sivume kubuhlungu ukudliwa kubuhlungu ukubona iclub yakho ingathathi right direction but let's advise. That's why ngithi you must move out from being a fan, be a supporter, move out from being a fan, be a member, and you must graduate. Simple as that.
Yeah, okay, ngibonga kakhulu bafethu ay sizoyivala khona la. Thank you so much Matsilele Kulani, thank you so much Mziyanda Sizani, morning Nkosi fan, morning mfethu ZB Majesty, thank you so much Abel Samule Sithole Samuel from Mozambique, thank you so much Esbheke naye ke Endless the spokesperson, thank you so much Ignatius Raphelwana, thank you so much, and also kuye ke uPitso, thank you so much bafethu, thank you so much to those who have participated, and also to my caller ngibonga kakhulu this conversation was the great one, so this video will stay here, we'll still here forever, will be here forever. So if abanye abakhona ukuparticipate nathi ukuba nathi on the live stream, at least bazokhona ukuyibukela i-video each and every day when they wish to view it, because I will keep it public into this K News 24/7 channel. Ngibonga kakhulu onke Mdunana, thank you so much Mdunana, siyabonga bafethu. Guys, kune group chat, let me put the group chat link ukuthi into engayithandi ukuthi nje ngifake i-link every time mangenza ama streams, because I hate ukuba nabantu abangase abalandeli bangempela ku group chat, because sizithola sesithukana, sizithola sesinabantu abasebenzisa ivulgar, abantu abangakwazi ukurespecta one another. That's why i-group chat ayinabantu abaningi, ina less than 50 people, but I appreciate them because they respect one another, they know how to communicate, they understand football. Noma nje batlashana somewhere somehow because they are not on the same side in terms of favoring these clubs, but I love the commitment, I love the love engulubonayo on the group chat la ku WhatsApp. But let me put the link ukuthi abangajoinanga at least nabo bakhona ukujoina e-group chat. So ngibonga kakhulu bafethu. So here is the link here is the group chat link, so that nje bafethu nikhone ukujoina sibe sonke nje each and every time.
Asibonge.
So ungathini kahle kuma supporters kahle into ekumele yenzwe ama supporter, because remember i-club ayibuildwa kuphela i-technical team, I build kuphela ama coach and everyone and bonke labantu laba. Ungathini kuma fans, because ama fans I think they play a biggest role eklabini. What can you say to them?
That's why I've said we need to upgrade. Uma ngabe wena you are still finding yourself ukula kuma fan, we normally saying ngekhathi zethu umuntu oyenza izinto ezingafuneki kulwiwe estadium, asilwe estadium man. Noma iclub idliwa, appreciate, sibheke ukuthi singayenzani. There are ways to communicate nema-management yema-team. Join i-branch, ungabi nje umuntu ongana-branch uthi wena uzofavor i-Pirates uhamba uyi-one naloya. No, we come together, sisupporte sisonke, so that noma omunye anenkinga. And the other thing that I want to throw kuma-supporter or kuma-members ukuthi let's learn to communicate and love one another. Mhlawumbe it will help us to build uthando lama-club. If we love one another, uma uCameron angaphilanga kahle, let it be our concern. Uma omunye awe ngobuso phansi kuvela inhlungu ekhaya, uma ngabe siyakhona asimsekeni ukuze naye abone ukuthi. I always tell people ukuthi mina I learned a lot bengithi ngiyazi when my mom passed on. Ngisekhaya I was ill, the way bengimswela ngakhona uma wami, but I can assure you kuthe uma kuyovela bomachaka shu omunye nomunye bekamangala ukuthi nje kusese uye lo yamuntu na. I even march to the grave ngingagibelanga lento zokuthi kunemoto yefamily njani njani, because my family now bekuwabo machaka, we were chanting nabontshebe. So I'm just trying to allude ukuthi asikwazeni ukuthi njengoba sihlangana la singama-slaves of football, asiyenzeni ukuthi lo thando malibe khona komunye nomunye. Noma ngabe ngithanda i-Chiefs, uma ngabe my friend from Pirates uvelelwe ngeyinhlungu, let's be there for one another. Let's be there for one another. And then uzobona sizokwazi ukwakha. We will then eliminate labantu abaye stadium bangayeli umdlalo bayeli win kuphela. Ngimosha ngisho njalo ukuthi masakheni, and uma singayenza njalo we will then come up with ideas ukuthi guys, how do we build our national team. Kunenye into engiyizwile ngabantu baseMamelodi, but into engayithanda beyikhulunywa ngama-supporter ye-Sundowns, but lento eyenziwa ngabantu baseMamelodi ukuthi all these players abadlala ibhola basuke eMamelodi bafostelwa ukuthi mabaye bayodlalela i-Sundowns, and uma bafika lapha basanikezwe igunya lokudlala. Yayibona.
Okay.
So I think we will build. That's why ngithi we will use to have other conversations, and nami uma ngihleli I'll look iscenario sebhola ngibuka ukuthi to grow our YouTube channel, what can we do ukuze ibe more effective before abanye bangagrepha the opportunity.
Okay. Ngakujabulela kakhulu lokho, because ama-chat afana nalawa I love them, because I started doing this bengithi ngithatha ama-chance only to find out ukuthi people nabo they have something to say. I didn't know ukuthi you guys as fans, you guys are so intelligent. You guys, yeah. That's why each and every time on my videos, I respond to each and every comment. Because, and I'm glad, because agaze ngathola ama-comment angithukayo, agaze ngathola ama-comment are-negative in that way. If it is negative, it's negative in a football way. So I appreciate that you guys are intelligent. So ama-views wenu ngiyawadinga, because I cannot do this alone, guys. I cannot do this alone, because at the end of the day, club, but there's no club without fans. There's no club without supporters. There's no club without members. As you categorized it in three forms, so all these stages, mele zibe applied. Ama fans angafuni win each and every time. Club ifavor noma iluza, because there's something good in what bad. Ilose, ngaba kuyi-lose, but ikhona into enhle kuleyo lose. Kaizer Chiefs lost ku Black Label Cup against the Orlando Pirates, but something good is Samkelo Zwane,
Yeah.
Mlomo
Yes.
Wandawo Mathoho, Mfundo
Yes.
Ushabalala, Mduduzi Shabalala. They played very
Yeah.
well. Classy football is what we needed. That's why Asizanga says were ama negative comments from ama fans with Kaizer Chiefs. Even though they've lost, but there's no pain. There's no pain
Aye.
in Kaizer Chiefs fans because what we've seen in the game, ilento esiyifunayo, ilento esifuna ukuyibona each and every time masiyobukela football. That was classy.
No, ngibonga kakhulu bhuti. No, nalentwana uvilakazi useze umfundo.
Umfundo Vilakazi naye useza.
Ngiyazi ukuthi this December uzoba la ngikhona khona. Hawu uzomuzwa. Bakutshela bathi umfana omncane.
Uyayizwa. So sibonga kakhulu kune comment lana uMatsilele Kulani mfo kuna link la ehla ningayiphina. Loko click link yaleyo, that's how you join the group chat. And everybody, if you click the link that I have pinned in this live stream, that's how you join the group chat, my WhatsApp group chat. So the immediate when you click the link, it will take you straight to your WhatsApp group chat. So that's how you join. And I will appreciate, guys, if you join the live stream, if you join the group chat, join the group chat knowing that you will find people who support different clubs, who have different opinions. So sometimes you have to, we have to be more matured when we are sitting with each other. Don't be too emotional. Ungacabangi ngenhliziyo most of the time, even though your club have lost. Obvious, if it's a derby, it's a Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, an Orlando Pirates fan will celebrate for a win, and also for a Kaizer Chiefs fan will celebrate for a victory. So don't feel don't feel small because a partner is celebrating. At the end of the day, it's a victory, guys. It's a victory for all of us at the end of the day. Meles Jabul, into ngibone stadium nowadays, fans are fighting one another because of a lose. That's not football, guys. That's not football. Because Masiala pea siya ngenjabulo. That's why my caller uyelo was on a point yokuthi yazini makaye stadium purpose yakhe was to sing from start to end, was to sing. Hayi into esiyibona namhlanje, people are fighting one another. At the end of the day, even though you're losing, you have to celebrate. You have to be joyful for the beautiful game, because at the end of the day, one must lose, one must die. MTN 8, it's wafa. One must die. It's either you die or the partner die. So ihlale kanjalo nje.
Ubanika nje imoto A1 yokuthi I'll be a king of a victory and be a slave of losing.
Yeah, understand. Because even though you have lost, that's
you are a slave of football. If you are a slave of football, or you are a soldier of football, being a soldier, even if you lose the battle, as long as you are still alive, you will come back and fight the battle again.
Yeah,
the day you win, you become the king of the battle.
Yeah, I understand. That's why nje noma kuyilento le, noma kuyi tournament, there's a bronze medal, there's a silver medal and a gold medal. Yeah. Even though kunalaba abaluzile, they still get a reward. To say
once you reach the final, the semi-final, when you reach the final and the semi-final, nisho nakuma Olympics, sihlala sibabona babuya nama bronze. Why? Kunama silver medal, kunama gold medals. Those things shows an appreciation. Uma ube na leyo nto. So we need to accept win and lose. That's why I normally tell people ukuthi ayikho i-team ezosuka iye stadium iyela kuyodliwa. Whether badlala ne-Chiefs, abanye bazothi we want to showcase ukuthi we are the best. Noma ungalanda i-club yasemakhaya nje engaziwa, ungathi bayodlala ne-Sundowns, Chiefs, Pirates, ngeke bathi avele siyodliwa. Baya bathi nathi siyowina, sesiyobakhomba. That's all. Uma udliwe amukela ubese uthi nami nantaba kuma siku rin'wana.
Awu.
Uma uwinile na uthi zochimbira zwavhuḓi namusi nne ndo takala ndo vona zwibuya.
hayi kuzwakele. I hope everybody nje yeah, uyizwile everything esikhulumayo here on this live stream. Here guys, we are trying to build. We are not trying to build ama-fans we-Kaizer Chiefs or ama-fans we-Pirates or ama-fan we-Sundowns or ama-fan we-any club. We are just trying to build a football in general. Guys, we have to respect one another. Even these players, into yenzo uqoki, angeke ukhahlela umuntu in such a way. Never, because at the same time more destroy ama-opponents wakho, kusasa uzolwa nobani. Because at the end of the day, you have to battle them no matter what. So if you destroy your opponents, uzodlala nobani. Yeah, understand? That's the problem. Ifana as thina as abantu in general, angeke uqabane nomakhelwane wakho. Because kusasa mawundlula is the same person ozombona kuqala noma uvuke ekseni. It's possible ukuthi ngaba umuntu oqala ombonayo mawuvuka. So if uqabana naye kusho ukuthi wena angeke ukhulume namuntu.
Umuhlaselwa uyazokuzwa kuqala umumemeza.
Yeah, understand? Because umuntu osoduze nawe. So even these players nabo mele bahloniphane mabase groundini ba understand ukuthi it's wafa kuyaliwa, one must die, but at least bangakhoselana ama injury azoqeda this career. Because ukhumbula football, there's no UIF. That's why sibona abafowethu basafara after football. Akuna UIF, akuna ma returns, akuna ma benefit. So if you get injured today, it might be the end of your career. So sometimes yeah, mele bakubheke okufana naloko ukuthi yazini ukuqedela umuntu i-career and khumbule umuntu oyi-1 akekho oyi-1 masimbheka kahle. Umuntu oyi-1 he stand up for his family, he stand up for the nation as a whole. So ungathi uqedela umuntu oyi-1 i-career kanti umoshelana family yakhe, they become stranded, they become financially bankrupt.
Uma ufuna ukubanika i-example Cameron, nanguya umani lento ayenzele i-country yakhe yokwakha isibhedlela nani uma bekaphuliwe bekuyo ubani bekazobayenzela.
Yeah, understand? It's one person. But masibheka lo muntu oyi-1 izinto azenzile, it's multiplier effect, it's a chain. Akusho ukuthi mina manje ba rich namhlanje wena uzoba poor. Maybe now you might be rich.
Nokuthi ngami today I'm here Cameron. When you started this, you started alone. It was your idea.
Yeah, I understand.
But we got a platform where we can talk. It was you, but today they're spreading to every angle and it helps a lot. That's why sifanekele sibe nomqhabango wobuntu. Do unto others. Ungabamba leso strategy sokuthi mangikwenze kwabanye engizokuthanda uma kwenzwa kimi.
Hayi kuzwakele ngathi nje kunini sithi siyavala, it's been 30 minutes manje, kunini sithi siyavala.
Asivale mfowami, asivale.
Hayi siyavala guys. Sibonga kakhulu. Thank you so much bafethu. So phinda sibonane next time. Guys. We'll still have these types of conversation. Sometimes noma singakhulumi football nje kuphela, sivele sikhulume nje about life in general, because ama advices ayadingeka guys. That's how we grow. As a nation. That's how we grow as people. The more we communicate is the more we build one another, is the more nathi understand ezinye izinto ukuthi no kanti kuphilwa kanje akumelanga kuphilwe kanje. Thina abanye si young guys. I'm 24, I'm too young bafethu. So ngiyajabula ukuzwa nje amagama amnandi angakhayo to you guys. I believe ukuthi kusasekuningi engizokufunda kini, kusasekuningi okuzayo. I didn't realize ukuthi channel yami it is supported by abantu aba over 30 guys. Ngithe mangibheka kuma analytics wami ngabona ukuthi no, people who are supporting this channel are over 30. So that's why nibona nje I'm doing my best ukuthi each and every time angiyenzi something ezoyenza ngibuke ngathi I'm disrespecting you guys. I respect you more than anyone. I'm nothing without you bafethu. to tell you the truth. I'm nothing. So that's why each and every time I make sure ukuthi ngiyazama ukunika leyo platform ukuthi nginizwe ngiwezwe ama views wenu ukuthi nithini. But thank you so much to everyone. Lebogang Lawrence Khosana, morning Cocination, hope all is well with you guys. Tina si right no manje yeah, it's been 1 hour 30 minutes to hold this conversation, but it was a great one because ngiyabona nabantu nje abahleli on this channel bahleli isikhathi eside. It shows ukuthi isupport ikhona, so ngiyabonga kakhulu. So phinda sibonane, nibe nelanga elihle to everyone. Endless the spokesperson, thank you so much.
Tango.